Good morning, all U.S. Constitution protects all lives matters out there. Uh, I'm the founder, Kevin Rizzoli, and just recently went to travel to Connecticut and Boston, and would like to thank all the New York, New Jersey Port Authority police officers who uh, were very supportive, and some joined. You can join us on Facebook. U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter. And uh, Boston was very, very good, very good. Very appreciative of all the new members from Boston, Massachusetts. Um, Thank you very much for your support and your support of the U.S. Constitution and its umbrella of protection. Recently, as you know, there's been a great amount of talk about policing America. Well, that's what the U.S. Constitution is for. The U.S. Constitution most likely is broken at will nowadays with the cowboy program that's in place, COINTELPRO MK Ultra, which was put into full effect during the Obama administration. And now we have two puppets for Obama in the White House. So therefore, you know what happens, the continuation of Obama 2. So as you could see, a lot of mishaps and mayhem is being committed by rogue police officers. I was subjected back in 2015 to such actions, which is on videotape in the precinct of the West District, Jersey City, New Jersey. It's in federal court. As some of you know, Rizzoli versus City of Jersey City et al. 16 CV 5545, where I was thrown down the stairs and a considerable amount of money was removed and there was no paperwork generated, which is against police policy. I was illegally profiled, illegally arrested, and it's real sad. And it's sad today to see so many people out there getting their 8th and 14th Amendment trampled on, let alone their 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments. You know, just like the people down south trying to protect their property, which is the Second Amendment. You break through a gate, a protective gate, and come onto my land, I have the right to shoot you. There is no way around it. That's what the Second Amendment means. Protect life, liberty, and property. That's why you have the right to bear arms. Therefore, any actions taken that is to the left of it is really sad. You know, really, really have to sit back and look at this. Here's a husband and wife of substance getting harassed and abused and property damaged and illegally entered upon, which trying to commit bodily injury was implied. They had the right to shoot them, but they did not. They were human beings. But the county prosecutors are prosecuting them. It's a sad situation. And there's a lot of people out there too that set up the police. Uh, a lot of blacks who have hatred. But again, who is committing most of the mayhem and ethnic violations, anti Semitism, and ethnic, really, really bad ethnic law violations, which is considered hate crimes? The black community. 99.9%, if you look on TV today, the people who attack Asians aren't whites. They aren't other ethnic groups. They are African Americans. And probably these African Americans are from the inner city and have nothing to lose. They just want to gain notoriety and go along with the flow. Well, I have a lot of black friends. I was in the military with them. Uh, they themselves, we all interacted with great friendship and camaraderie and brotherhood. And people today out here, a majority of the veterans that I speak to who are black say it's a sad world and it is a sad day that these people are taking and using something to do mayhem, to violate the law. You can't violate the law unless you want to. Just like the Antifa and Black Lives Matter said, we want the whites out. Well, you know what? The white race is European, consists of many ethnic and cultural backgrounds, just like the Asians who are being persecuted. The Italian Americans suffered severely in the 70s and 80s with the RICO Act. Why isn't Black Lives Matter being subjected to the RICO Act and their members and their associate members who committed acts of violence in unison and concert with one another under the directions of Barack Obama, which he admitted on TV he advises Antifa and Black Lives Matter to continue, just like Maxine Waters, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and Miss Cortez. These people also violated, along with Cory Booker, acts of sedition and treason. Cory Booker wanted to hurt President Donald Trump. He admitted on TV he wanted to punch him in the face. That's an implied threat to commit bodily injury. That's an act of sedition if you look up the law. And this is what the U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter is about. It's to school people and help people, if they need be it, to find the necessary help and avenue of approach to alleviate their problem for a U.S. Constitution violation. Also, we help with Freedom of Information Act filings and complaints. I myself, I am not an attorney, but I was accepted to represent myself in the Second Circuit, Third Circuit, and I've got two wins in the Circuit Courts of Appeals, one Third Circuit, and the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals with FOIA complaints for use of false and misleading information to draw an adverse decision towards a person. Title 5 USC 5528 G1CG4 mandates that the agency who has information on you validate it from an independent outside source until they cannot use that. So if they're going to draw an adverse decision towards you or use that information towards you, they have to have an outside source to validate such information. This is why we need to have a stricter adherence to the law policy. The Civil RICO Act should not just be for the Italians. The Civil RICO Act should be equally applied across the board. Asians were hit with the RICO Act. Why isn't Black Lives Matter being hit with the RICO Act? Why isn't Antifa being hit with the RICO Act? We'd like to know, as citizens of the United States of America and people who believe in the United States Constitution. We have a black U.S. Attorney General who is not even saying anything on TV about Black Lives Matter prosecutions. Here we had New York City police attacked by two officers of the court who are members of Black Lives Matter. Two employees of a very prominent law firm named Pryor and Cashman. These two attorneys, willfully and knowingly, in unison concert with one another, while under the guise of Black Lives Matter, threw a Molotov cocktail at a van full of New York City police. This is an implied threat for murder. This is an assault. This is an act of terrorism. This is why Homeland Security designated Black Lives Matter as a domestic terrorist group as well as Antifa. And its members should be regarded as terrorists too, as we regard the Taliban or any other terrorist group. Hamas, the Mossad's biggest enemy, and Mossad is one of our biggest allies in the Middle East. But Homeland Security is tasked with domestic terrorism and identification of such individuals and the prosecution of such. So therefore, what is going on with equal application and protection of the law clause and due process of law? We'd like to know. Because the Italian American community, the Asian American community, Asian community, and Italian community, who was hit in the late 70s, 80s, and 90s with the RICO Act, why isn't it being equally applied across the board today? We would like to know, and we should start getting answers. Right now, there's a civil RICO pending against Black Lives Matter and Antifa, Barack Obama, known and unknown financiers. So therefore, we need to have some answers. Thank you very much, and remember, look us up on Facebook. U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter. God bless you. God bless America, and God bless the United States Constitution.